Welcome friends to the Pritham's Academy. Today we are going to discuss third lesson in 10th standard English, that is on wings of courage. So in the beginning of the lesson, in warming up, we are asked to find out the ranks of officers in Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. They are jumbled up here, so we have to arrange them with the ranks. So I will provide you one image. Go through that image, you will find out the ascending order or descending order of the ranks. So accordingly you arrange it. Second question is about homophones or homographs. Now see, there are two things, homophones or homographs. Both the things are different. Homophones means two words which has the same sound but their spellings are different, and homographs means their sounds are also same and spellings are also same but meanings are different. So here we have some homophones or homographs. So first pair is, we are asked to find out the difference. First pair is wear, wear. So first wear, WEAR, is to put on, means कपड़े पहनना या कुछ पहनने के बारे में. Second is wear, wear means clothes. So we use the word warehouse. Now second pair is here, here. So here first word here is regarding location. We say go, come here. And second word is here, it is regarding listening, right? Now third pair is there, there. So first there is regarding place. So we say go there. Now second there is regarding relationship. It is a possessive pronoun, so we say this house it is their house. Now fourth pair is cell, cell. So first cell is regarding cell phone, or the cell means a small room, isn't it? And second SELL is regarding the activity in business to sell the product, right? Now B, write what the underlined homographs in the following sentences mean. So in first there are pair of bear and bear. A bear is an omnivorous animal. So here the meaning is a wild animal. And second, she could not bear the injustice. So here the second word is tolerate, sahan karna, right? A bat is the only bird which is a mammal. Now here bat is a nocturnal bird, right? And second, his bat broke as it struck the ball. So this bat talks about the equipment which is used in the cricket. He had to pay a fine for breaking the traffic signal. Now here fine means it's a monetary punishment where we have to pay the money. Second, use a fine cloth for the baby's clothes. Now here fine means smooth, soft. Now last pair, we enjoyed a lot at the temple fair. Now this fair means entertaining crowd, or the crowd gathered for the entertainment. Second sentence, she has a fair complexion. Now complexion means skin. So fair complexion means better looking, good looking, right? Shiny skin. Now we'll begin with the lesson on wings of courage. Now see, try to understand the title. Here wings are referred to the wings of aeroplane, and courage, to fly the aeroplane requires a great courage. So here is one personality who has always showed his courage to fly the aeroplanes and has reached to the peak of the success. So who is that personality? Let's see. Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh, an icon of India's military history, will always be remembered as a war hero who had successfully led a young IAF during the 1965 Indo-Pak War. Now what is the name of that personality? Arjun Singh, and his post is Air Force Marshal. He is called as an icon. Icon is you can say superhero, isn't it, of India. And he will be always remembered for what? As a war hero. In which war? Indo-Pak War in 1965. Particularly for leading a young IAF. The only officer to attain the highest post of Marshal, the Air Force equivalent to the Army's 5-star Field Marshal, Singh was a fearless and exceptional pilot who had flown more than 60 different types of aircraft. Now this sentence, this second passage talks about he is the only officer to achieve one success. What is that success? The highest post of Marshal. And this post is equivalent to what? The Air Force equivalent to the Army's 5-star Field Marshal. And what are the two qualities mentioned here? He was fearless and exceptional. And how many different types of aircraft he has flown? 60. He played a major role in transforming the IF into one of the most potent air forces globally and the fourth biggest in the world. Now see, whatever development we see in Indian Air Force, this is because of the great vision of Marshal Arjun Singh, Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh. He had a great vision, and that's why Indian Air Force has developed a lot globally, and it is called as the fourth biggest in the world. His contribution to the Indian Air Force is monumental to the least. The IAF grew with him. He was the epitome of military leadership in classical sense, and it is, therefore, not surprising that he was honored with the rank of Air Force Marshal. Former Vice Chief of IAF Kapil Kak said, Now, one of the officers in Indian Air Force, what was his name? Kapil Kak. And who was he? Vice Chief of Indian Air Force. Now, what is his comment? His comment is very important, which talks about, the greatness of Air Force Marshal Arjan Singh. What he says? His contribution to the Indian Air Force is monumental. Monumental means of great importance, enormous, right? And he had contributed a lot for the development of Indian Air Force. And he was the epitome. Epitome means a perfect example. For what? For military leadership in classical sense. And that's why he was honored with the rank of Air Force Marshal according to Vice Chief of IAF Kapil Kak. Singh was honored with the rank of Marshal on the Republic Day in 2002. Sam Hormuzji, Framji Jamsetji Manekshaw and KM Karyappa were the only two army generals honored with the rank of Field Marshal. Now see, in the beginning one rank is called, that is Marshal, and this Marshal post to Arjan Singh was honored on which day? Republic Day in 2002. Now before him only two people were honored with this award, this honor. What was that? Who are those two people? Sam Hormuzji Framji Jamsetji Manekshaw and second KM Karyappa. So this is also great achievement for Honorable Arjan Singh. Known as a man of few words, Singh was not only a fearless pilot but also had profound knowledge about air power and applied it in a wide spectrum of areas. Singh had assiduously led the IAF during the 1965 war and denied success to Pakistani Air Force, though it was better equipped with American support. His most outstanding contribution was during that war, said Kak. Now see, this passage talks about how Arjan Singh has shown his war skills in the 1965 war with Pakistan. First thing, he is called as a fearless pilot, and he was not only fearless pilot, he has a great knowledge about the air power, right? And in Indian Air Force this knowledge is very important, and he applied it with a great skill. Now this sense, this confidence, this courage did not allow any success to Pakistani Air Force, right? Commending his role in the war, Y.B. Chavan, the then defense minister, had written, Air Marshal Arjan Singh is a jewel of a person, quite efficient and firm, unexcitable but a very able leader. Now see, who was the defense minister at that time? Honorable Y.B. Chavan, Yashwantrao Chavan. He was from Maharashtra. He was the defense minister of India, and he also appreciated the role of Arjan Singh during that war. What he said? He is a jewel of a person. Jewel, jewel is a very precious stone. So as a person, he was a very precious person. And another qualities mentioned are efficient, firm, unexcitable but a very able leader. So remember these qualities mentioned by Y.B. Chavan. In 1944, the Marshal had led a squadron against the Japanese during the Arakan campaign, flying close air support missions during the crucial Imphal campaign, and later assisted the advance of the Allied forces to Yangon, formerly Rangoon. Now in 1944, Arjan Singh also achieved a great success, by participating in one campaign. What is the name of that campaign? Arakan campaign. And what role he has performed? He was flying close air support missions during the crucial Imphal campaign. And then to whom he assisted? He assisted the advance of the Allied forces to Yangon. Yangon is a place, it was an old name, now the recent name is Rangoon. In recognition of his feat, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross on the spot by the Supreme Allied Commander of Southeast Asia, the first Indian pilot to have received it. Now just in above passage we have mentioned one campaign. In that campaign, Arjan Singh has showed his great skill, great courage. Now after that campaign, immediately on the spot he was awarded with DFC. What is that? Distinguished Flying Cross. And who awarded it? Supreme Allied Commander of Southeast Asia, and Arjan Singh is the first Indian pilot to receive it. Singh was selected for the Empire Pilot Training Course at Royal Air Force, Cranwell in 1938 when he was 19 years old. Now see, after this great success that he shown in that Arakan campaign, he was directly, in 1944 India was, under the British rule. So British government, he was serving for the British government. They were so happy that he was selected for the Empire Pilot Training in Royal Air Force, Cranwell. At the age of what? Only 19 years, right? He retired from service in 1969. Singh was born on April 15, 1919 in Lalpur, now Faisalabad, Pakistan, and completed his education at Montgomery, now Sahiwal, Pakistan. Now see, his birth date is given 1919. At that time, Pakistan was not there, so that Lalpur place was in Hindustan only. Now its name is Faisalabad, right? His first assignment on being commissioned was to fly Westland Wapiti biplanes in the northwestern frontier province as a member of the number 1 RIAF squadron. Now as a pilot, which aeroplane he has flown? that is Westland Wapiti biplanes. So you can see it in image what type of airplane it was, and that was his first professional job, isn't it? After a brief stint with the newly formed number 2 RIAF squadron, where the marshal flew against the tribal forces, he later moved back to number 1 squadron as a flying officer to fly the Hawker Hurricane, isn't it? Now there was a short job in number 1 RIF squadron. Then again he joined number 2 squadron. Again he moved back to number 1 squadron as a flying officer, as a promotion. And which type of aeroplane he flown there? Hawker Hurricane. So you can see in image the Hawker Hurricane. He was promoted to the rank of squadron leader in 1944. For his role in successfully leading the squadron in combat, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross in 1944. I think this is a repetition. So already it is mentioned in 1944 he was honored with DFC. On August 15, 1947, he achieved the unique honor of leading a fly past of over 100 IAF aircraft over the Red Fort in Delhi. So every year on Republican Day and Independence Day there is a fly past. You must have seen hundreds of aeroplanes fly together, and they flow the color and make the tirangas with that color. So that is called as fly past, and he is the person to honor to have fly past of over 100 Indian Air Force aircraft. Right? After his promotion to the rank of wing commander, he attended the Royal Staff College at the UK. Now when he got the promotion as a wing commander, he got admission to Royal Staff College at UK. Immediately after Indian independence, he commanded Ambala in the rank of group captain. Now as India became free, so he started serving Indian government, and in Indian government at Ambala, which rank he got? Group captain. In 1949, he was promoted to the rank of Air Commodore and took over as Air Officer Commanding of an operational command, which later came to be known as Western Air Command. So in 1949, again he got the promotion. He became Air Officer Commanding, right? Singh had the distinction of having the longest tenure as AOC of an operational base, initially from 1949 to 1952, and then again from 1957 to 1961. So he is the only person who has a longer tenure, longer period as a which profession? AOC, this rank, Air Officer Commanding, isn't it? So two periods are there, from 1949 to 1952 and 1957 to 1961. After his promotion to the rank of Air Vice Marshal, he was appointed as the AOC in C of an operational command. Right? So when he was promoted to the rank Air Vice Marshal, he was appointed as new post was created. What was that? AOC in C. C must be chief, right? Towards the end of the 1962 war, he was appointed as the Deputy Chief of the Air Staff, and he became the Vice Chief of the Air Staff in 1963. So again there are promotions. You can guess after every 2, 3, 5 years he is getting promotions. So it must be because of his great contribution for the development of Indian Air Force. So in 1962, after the war of 1962, he was appointed as the Deputy Chief of the Air Staff and became the Vice Chief of the Air Staff in 1963. He was the overall commander of the Joint Air Training Exercise Shiksha held between IAF, RAF and RAAF, Royal Australian Air Force. Now nowadays there are many countries come together, they have joint training, isn't it? So there was one joint training that was called as Shiksha, and 3 countries were together: India, UK and Australia. So the air forces of all these 3 countries together practiced, train in this, and he was the overall commander of this joint air training exercise. On August 1st, 1964, in the rank of Air Marshal, the Marshal of the Air Force Arjun Singh took over reins of IAF at a time when it was still rebuilding itself and was gearing up to meet new challenges. Now see, this 1964, this was the period when Indian Air Force was in a very bad condition. It was developing, but thank God there was a good leadership in Arjun Singh. He took over, he took the control and started developing IAF. Singh was the first air chief to keep his flying currency till his CAS rank. Now flying currency means what? Up-to-date skills and experience of flying aircraft. There are many people, once they become experienced, they don't like to do the smaller jobs, right? They only want to sit in office and all. But this person, Honorable Arjun Singh, was not like that. Though he was, very senior on the highest post, but he did not leave his basic job of flying aircraft. Having flown over 60 different types, Singh was the first air chief to keep his flying currency till his CAS rank. Having flown over 60 different types of aircraft from pre-World War II era biplanes to the more contemporary Gnats and Vampires, he has also flown in transport aircraft like the Super Constellation. Now this talks about how many airplanes he has flown. 60. Now some examples are provided: Before World War II, what types of biplanes were there? One we are mentioning, Wapiti Westland. And to the contemporary recently, which are the recent one? Gnats and Vampires. And there is one more aeroplane, that is transport aircraft. What is the name of it? The Super Constellation. All types of aeroplanes are flown by Honorable Arjan Singh. In 1965, when Pakistan launched its Operation Grand Slam with an armored thrust targeted at the vital town of Akhnur, Singh led IF through the war with courage, determination and professional skill. He inspired IF to victory despite the constraints imposed on the full-scale use of Air Force combat power. Now what happened in 1965 during the war? Pakistan started its Operation Grand Slam. It was sudden attack on Indian Air Force, but Arjan Singh with courage and determination took the leadership and he inspired IF to victory, isn't it? Singh was awarded Padma Vibhushan for his astute leadership of the Air Force during the war. Now for this courage he was honored with the highest civilian award of India, that is Padma Vibhushan. Subsequently, in recognition of the Air Force contribution during the war, the rank of the CAS was upgraded and Arjan Singh became the first Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. Now see, now his contribution was so great, he was so courageous, he was great inspiration for many people that Indian government created a new post. It was upgraded. The post of CAS was upgraded and Arjan Singh was the first person to become Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. He remained a flyer to the end of his tenure in IAF, visiting forward bases and units and flying with the squadrons. Now see, though he was senior, he might have got retired, but he always visited forward bases. Forward bases means a secure forward operating military position, isn't it? He retired in August 1969, thereupon accepting ambassadorship to Switzerland. He was Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990. So during his job, during his profession, he showed his great courage. He contributed a lot in Indian Air Force. So as a reward, Indian government appointed him as ambassador to Switzerland. Then from there he was appointed as a Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990. Having been a source of inspiration to all the personnel of armed forces through the years, the government conferred the rank of the Marshal of the Air Force upon Arjan Singh in January 2002, making him the first and the only 5-star rank officer with Indian Air Force. Now as he has contributed a lot, Indian government returned his credit in the form of awards, isn't it? In 2002, he was honored with the rank of Marshal of the Air Force, right? And it was the first person who got 5-star rank officer with Indian Air Force. So this was a great inspiration to all Indians, the people who always dreamt to enter into the Indian Air Force. So here we'll stop. In next video I'll try to explain the English workshop. So stay tuned with me. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.